Okay, Randy Walker with WorldTennisMagazine.com here, and I'm here with Benjamin Kittay. And Benjamin is the fastest rising American doubles player on the ATP Tour right now. He was ranked 1750 at last spring, and now this week he is at a career high 144 in the world in doubles. He got a doubles wild card here at the Delray Beach Open from tournament director Ivan Barron. And Ben, you are in the show now, the ATP Tour, your first ever ATP Tour show. The show being from the baseball movie Bull Durham. So how does it feel to be here at the Delray Beach Open and playing your first ATP main draw?
Well, it feels great. I mean, I'm super grateful for the opportunity. Definitely want to thank Ivan for helping us out there, getting us in the draw. But yeah, now that it's go time, we're going to be ready. We feel like we deserve to be here, and yeah, we're going to give it our all tomorrow.
So speaking of references to the show and baseball, the famous baseball movie Bull Durham, you were also a standout baseball player, catcher, and you were recruited to play Division I baseball as well. I heard you were contacted by Florida State University for baseball before you were even contacted for tennis. But talk about your decision to go to baseball over tennis. It's kind of like Yannick Sinner choosing skiing, choosing tennis over skiing. So you chose tennis over baseball. So what made you go to that decision?
Yeah, so I played both my whole life along with golf. But yeah, no, I really like the team aspect of baseball, and that's kind of what I try to implement in my tennis game now with playing doubles, and that kind of synergy with my teammate and my partner on the court. But yeah, no, I love baseball. I still love baseball. I would still probably consider it my favorite sport. But yeah, in that moment, I was just a little bit leaning towards tennis. I was more established in tennis, but my love for baseball was still strong. So I was playing it right up until college, like right when I had to make a decision of what I wanted to do. So yeah.
So last year you were the NCAA doubles finalist, doubles runner-up for the University of Michigan, and you chose to continue to play on the Pro Tour. Talk a little bit about that difficult decision to not return to Michigan for this semester and play on the Pro Tour. And obviously it's been working out great for you. 144 in the world.
Yeah. So yeah, I played at UNC for 2 years and then transferred to Michigan. Made NCAA finals with my partner Gavin Young. We lost there, but that was a great experience. College is very feisty, and it's a different type of tennis than now when I'm playing in the pros. I like to implement my college tennis energy while I'm playing doubles, which is what I like. But yeah, in regards to turning pro, I was at a good ranking at the time when I made the decision. And I have a really, really great coach who actually coached Bob and Mike Bryan, David McPherson. So he, having him on the bag was also a factor in that decision. But yeah, I'm right where I want to be right now. No points to defend till late July, which is the pressure's kind of off the back a little bit. I can just play free. But yeah, no, making that decision was obviously very, very difficult, but I believe I made the right one.
So you got no pressure on the tennis court, but you still got schoolroom pressure because you're taking 4 classes online. So how are you juggling that?
Yeah, so still doing school, finishing my degree from Michigan. I'll be done this year. So yeah, taking 4 classes. Like I have class tomorrow. So whenever we play, I'm sure that's going to have to work around. Going to have to email some professors and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's been good. On the road you have a lot of downtime, so having that school actually has been quite of a kind of a balance to me, like going back into the room and not just sitting there doing Netflix or watching Netflix or doing something. So having something to do on that sense is actually like very good.
So you're talking about the college tennis energy, and you're wearing some Davis Cup swag. You got the Davis Cup hat and the Davis Cup shirt. You've been a practice partner for 2 straight Davis Cup ties. Yep. Talk about that experience. And you also have a great mentor in Bob Bryant, who's the U.S. Davis Cup captain, who he knows a little bit something about doubles, right?
Yeah, no, Bob and Mike have been super good to me over the years. I've hit with them hit with both of them many times, and I've worked with them separately, along with both of them on the court at the same time, and that's been like insane. Looking up to them my whole life, honestly. Kind of striving to to be what they are and what they have done was incredible. But in regards to Davis Cup, yeah, the energy is incredible. We went on the road last tie a week ago in Hungary, and we were in a small city in Hungary, kind of an hour away from Budapest, and we were all very tight knit. Whatever it was, playing cards and just hanging out as a group, which is something that I really like as a team team sport player, which I've been a part of. But yeah, all the guys are very welcoming. Being the practice partner, you have your role. You can't do too well, but if you're not doing well enough, you get told that you need to be better. So there's definitely things that I look forward to, like while doing that. Hitting with Tommy Paul, for example. Ethan, Nava, this past tie, but guys like Francis, Fritz, I've hit with, and Riley, Opelka, but yeah, and also being able to practice with those doubles guys. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, what I'm focusing on, and being able to learn from Mike and Bob, and play practice points against the best American guys, which is something I want to be doing in a couple ties, hopefully.
So, finally, why don't you give a plug out for your sponsors?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I have Head as my main sponsor for rackets and string and whatnot. But yeah, I know I'm looking for a clothing option. I'm looking to start now, whenever soon.
The guy needs clothes.
The guy needs clothes. Guy needs clothes. But yeah, no, I'm grateful for anything that comes my way. As I'm just starting on this pro tour circuit, as this being my first 250 event. Everything's a little bit new to me, but having support guys like Dave and Bob and Mike, for example, kind of showing me the way, and yeah, I kind of just want to represent myself, how they do. So that's something that about myself.
Well, if you're a clothing company out there and you want to get behind an all-American successful kid, here's Ben Kittay for you. And if you're at the Delray Beach Open this week, give an extra round of applause for this young American player and support him in his ATP Tour debut. And I know we'll be seeing him at many more events around the world on the ATP Tour for years to come. So Ben Kittay, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all soon down the road.
Thank you.